Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Today, an article from MovieWeb. Star Wars 9 rumor reveals shocking return of Villian. This article is by B. Allen Orange. JJ Abrams is entering the third week of shooting Star Wars 9, and it's getting increasingly harder to keep all his secrets locked at home base. A new rumor claims that an iconic villain will make an appearance in the final chapter of the Skywalker saga. And it makes sense from a certain point of view, as this sequel sets out to wrap up the three trilogies. Apparently, if we're to believe the hype, there will be a heartbreaking scene in Star Wars 9. And spoiler alert, it not only features Kylo Ren and Anakin Skywalker, it also features the return of Darth Vader. How is this possible, you ask? Well, this is what we know so far, and it could just be a misdirect dumped out of Lucas camp to keep fans on their toes. For the record, I don't believe that. I don't think Lucasfilm lets anything out that's a misdirection. I don't know that they meant for this to get out. In The Force Awakens, we were introduced to Ben Solo, who started using the sinister alias Kylo Ren as he trained under Supreme Leader Snoke to become a Sith Lord. Kylo was obsessed with his grandfather Darth Vader and had traveled across the galaxy collecting pieces of paraphernalia and memorabilia. One of his prized possessions was Vader's melted helmet, which he often conferenced with, promising to finish what he had started. Vader. That element was completely abandoned in The Last Jedi, one of the reasons a lot of fans plain think that movie stinks, me included. Whatever your personal verdict may be about The Force Awakens heading into The Last Jedi, the core base of Star Wars enthusiasts made it clear that they want to see more classic content from the original trilogy. I know I do. Apparently, JJ Abrams is abiding by that wish. It's been long rumored that Abrams plans to tie all three trilogies, spin-offs, and TV shows together with Star Wars 9, which sounds a bit ambitious. The movie is rumored to be the longest in the franchise and has been heavily speculated that it could be split in two, giving fans Star Wars Episode 10, but there is no official word on this happening. Most cherished moments, even if it does fly in the face of everything that comes just a few days later in A New Hope. You can bet that Abrams and Lucasfilm are going to try to use one of cinema's all-time greatest villains any way that they can, and that way is a scene that will utilize and embrace both sides of the character. So we'll see Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker on screen together. We know there are Force ghosts. Obi-Wan Kenobi returned from the dead in The Empire Strikes Back, and we since seen Yoda, Anakin, and in the cartoons Qui-Gon all return as Force ghosts. It is believed Darth Vader will show up in one of these Force visions, experienced by Kylo Ren as he grapples with his family legacy. Here's a description of the heartbreaking scene that finds Kylo Ren, Anakin, and Darth Vader sharing the screen at the same time. It shows Kylo Ren standing in what appears to be a new throne room for himself. In front of him is a window, a wide window, looking out to space. In the window is a reflection of what seems to be a hybrid Force ghost of Anakin's face, half of which is Anakin, half of which is Darth Vader. There is concept art floating around that reveals this scene, but a lot of concept art created for various Star Wars movies is never used. The source of this concept art also leaked Luke's final moments on his meditation rock on the planet Ahch-To, which was leaked before the movie came out. The official companion book for The Force Awakens shows that JJ Abrams wanted to use the hybrid Darth Vader Anakin Force Ghost in the first sequel, but the idea was abandoned. If we were to believe this latest hype, he's going back to some of his original ideas in creating this new story. Not only do we hear rumors of a hybrid Darth Vader Anakin ghost, but we know Luke will be returning, and JJ Abrams has confirmed that the Jedi is officially dead. This part particularly interests me. We also hear Obi-Wan will be back as a Force ghost. So how do you feel about Darth Vader being in Star Wars Episode 9. I actually think that's pretty exciting. Him and Anakin both being in it is an interesting twist. I actually really like the fact that this has been on JJ's mind since before The Force Awakens, and it almost made it into that movie. So that means he has some kind of story built around that outline. After Rian Johnson, I don't know what that means, but he at least has something dating back 3 or 4 years in his head involving Kylo Ren, and he's going to follow through with that, which is kind of, what we was hoping for in The Last Jedi. Anyway, please like, subscribe, comment. Have a good day. Peace. I'm out.